What's up guys, welcome to episode number 5 of the Let's Play FM Rags to Riches with Spain's Real Oviedo. I have now completed the season and I'll give you a update on the league, so let's get straight into the fixtures and see how it went. So my last game was a 1-0 home defeat by Orense. As you can see, it's gone pretty well. First game up was a 2-0 home win over Getafe's B team. Pepe Diaz in the 30th minute and Xavi Moore in the 37th minute gave me a 2-0 lead at half time, and that's how it stayed. So I ended up beating Getafe's B team 2-0. Stats wise, pretty comfortable, 53 to 47% in my favour, 14 shots to 7 in my favour, and 7 to 4 on target also in my favour. So I'd say I deserved that win. I then ended up with the next game, drawing 1-1 at Fuenlabrada. Ryan Harper putting them 1-0 up in the 56th minute. Diego Cerevo equalising with 6 minutes to go, and they actually had Antonio Lopez sent off with 4 minutes to go for 2 bookings, and that's actually 2 in 60 seconds, which is really stupid. Stats wise, 13 to 8 for shots in my favour, 3 to 1 on target. Possession was slightly in their favour at 51 to 49. I then followed that up with a 3-0 away win at Cadal. Martin Mantovani in the 22nd minute gave me a 1-0 lead at half time. Diego Cerevo just before the hour mark made it 2, and then Pepe Diaz finished it off with a goal 2 minutes from time to give me a 3-0 win. Stats wise, pretty dominant to be fair. Possession, well, apart from possession, 57 to 43 in their favour, but I had 19 shots to 10 against them and 10 to 5 on target, so I came out with a 3-0 win, which was excellent. I then followed that up with another win, a 3-1 home win against Marino, which started off with a Diego Cerevo goal in a penalty in the 6th minute. They actually equalised on the 49th minute. 2 minutes later, however, Cerevo doubled the lead and Lucien Owana made it 3-1 with 20 minutes to go. I was pretty dominant, again not in possession now. Possession was 55 to 45 in their favour, but there's 22 shots to 7 in my favour and 9 to 2 on target. So I was happy to come away with a 3-1 win, especially as it was Marino who were 5th at the time and just outside the playoffs, so I managed to open up a gap after beating them. I then beat Rayo's B team 2-0, Diego Cerevo again 7 minutes before the half time, and Xavi Moore just on the hour mark to make it 2-0, and that's how it ended. So I then backed up my 3rd win in a row. Stats wise, pretty dominant, again not in possession, seems to be not a possession team, so 58 to 42 in their possession, 17 shots to 3 and 6 to 0 on target, both in my favour. So I backed up with a 3rd win in a row. However, that came to an end with a rather interesting game at RSD Escala, 4-4. So Borja Rubiatio put them 1-0 up in the 8th minute. Diaz equalised to make it 1-1 in the 13th minute. Xavi Moore 60 seconds later put me 2-1 up, and then Rubiato made it 2-2 6 minutes later, and that was 2-2 at half time. Xavi Moore put me 3-2 up in the 47th minute. Edu Ruiz made it 3-0 in the 57th, and Ruben Mesa made it 4-3 on the hour mark to Escala, but Manu Busto scored 8 minutes later to make it 4-4, and that is how it ended. Unfortunately, Martin Mantovani got injured in the 55th minute, and lo and behold, they scored 2 minutes later, always after an injury when I'm playing this game. It's really annoying. 17 shots each, with 8 on target for me and 7 for them. Possession was in their favour, 53 to 47. So that was only a tiny blip in the running. I then went and beat Zamora 4-0. Pepe Diaz made it 1-0 in the 20th minute. Diego Cerevo doubled the lead just before half time to make it 2. Hector Simon made it 3 on the hour mark, and then Diego Cerevo completed the scoring in the 74th minute to give me a 4-0 win. There's 13 shots to 8 in my favour, 6 shots to 2 on target in my favour, and for once possession wise was me with 56 to 44. And then the next game was at home to CD Marino. Noah put Marino 1-0 up just after the hour mark, and then Pepe Diaz equalised in the 77th minute to give me pretty much guaranteed playoff place. Shots were 17 to 6 in my favour, with 4 on target to their 3, and possession wise was pretty comprehensive, 60 to 40 in my favour. Slightly disappointing from those stats not to take a win, but any point would do at this end of the season. And in the final game of the season was at Coruxo. Xavi Serreras gave me the lead in the 62nd minute. Jonathan Artunez was sent off for them 10 minutes later. I did score again, but had a disallowed, but I held out to win 1-0 and finished the regular season on a high. So as you can see, I remained unbeaten. Got the 6 wins that I was hoping to get. That should have guaranteed my playoff place. So we'll go straight into the second division table now. As you can see, Salamanca ended as the champions, 1 point clear of Tenerife. All hinged on the Tenerife-Salamanca game, if I remember rightly. Two games from the end, and Salamanca came out on top. Tenerife obviously then finished second with 82 points. I was in third on 73, and Aviles finished fourth with 66. They beat Grugello by 1 point, and actually that was thanks to a last day win, and I think Grugello lost on their game. Sporting B, Zamora, CD Marino and Real Madrid C all got relegated. Getafe go into the playoffs. Squad details. Let's have a look at some of the information. So in the season overall, Diego Cerevo is my leading goal scorer of 34, and then we got in second place Manu Busto on 13, and Pepe Diaz has 11. Unfortunately, he is injured again, back strain, and is going to miss the rest of the season, including the playoffs. So he'll miss probably a bit of pre-season as well, as possibly he won't be back till July, which is quite annoying, to be fair. Let's have a look at some stats for the season in the second division B1. So I had the 5th best form towards the end of the season. I was joint leading scorers with Marino on 70 goals. I would have won that alright if I had my goal disallowed. Conceded was a little bit of a shocker. I'm not quite sure where I finished in that, to be honest with you. Player stats wise, average rating, Diego Cerevo on 5th, 7.46. Leading goals, he ended leading goal scorer in the division with 28. 2 ahead of Aradani of Tenerife. Assists was Manu Busto with 16. So I had 2 there at the end. It was quite nice to see. So that is how the season ended. We are now in the playoffs, and I'm going to explain these playoffs a little bit because they're a bit of a pain in the butt. Because simply put, like I did in the last one, there's no guarantees actually that Salamanca will go up even though they win the league. Let's go and see if I can explain this. So Spanish Second Division B is split into 4 divisions, so a bit like Conference North and South. They fight over the 4 places in the conference. Spanish Second Division B fight over 4 places in the Segunda Division, and they've got to all be sorted out with these 4 divisions. And you've got Second Division B1, B2, B3 and B4, and 4 teams from those divisions will go up. Now it's split into 2 separate playoffs initially. The winners, so in this case Salamanca, Osasuna B, Gymnastique and JN, all go into their own little competition, so like a semi-final stage. The winners over the 2 legs will be promoted, so 2 of the 4 divisional champions are guaranteed to go up. They will go up, And second, third and fourth, which is where I am, they play off, so there'll be 3, 6, 12 teams initially into 6 games over 2 legs. Losers go out. The winners will go through to a quarter-final stage where they'll be drawn with the losers from the Champions Tournament. So you have to then win that one, and you go through to another competition, another 2-legged affair, and I think that is actually where it finishes. Let me work this out. Nope, there'll be one more round after that. I think you've got to get through 4 rounds if I remember correctly. So we get rounds. The last round will be 2 semi-finals again. Winners of those 2 will go up to the Segunda division. So I don't think I can be drawn against Tenerife or Villas, but I could have Eibar, Alaves, Amorbieta, I believe is how you say it, Atletico Baleares, Mallorca's B team, and Orihuela, Albacete, Cartagena, and Cadiz. Now, I want to stay away from Albacete, Cadiz. Well, I've already played 2 of those, Cartagena, Cadiz, in the Federation Cup. I beat Cadiz but lost to Cartagena. I think Cartagena actually went on to win the tournament. I don't really fancy Albacete, and I'd like to stay away from Alaves. So what I'm actually going to do is carry on until we get to the draw, and I will show you that. I think we can see it, I'm not too sure, but what I'll do, guys, is I'll skip on to that, and hopefully you can join me shortly. Okay guys, welcome back. Here we go for the second phase playoff first round, and as you can see, it looks like I may even draw Avilés or Tenerife. So as I read out, I complete Alaves, Amorbieta, Avilés, Cartagena, Mallorca B, Orihuela, Tenerife, Eibar, Cadiz, Baleares, and Albacete. So let's watch this draw. Oh, so I'm out straight away. Alaves, crap. We got Cartagena against Orihuela, Cadiz, Baleares, Avilés, Albacete, Mallorca B, Eibar, and Amorbieta have Tenerife. So Alaves, not really one of the teams I wanted. So let's just have a quick shift to the first phase playoff semi-finals. So here are the divisional winners. So JN, Salamanca, Osasuna B, Gymnastique. That's probably not the draw I would have wanted, to be fair. Alaves, that's not nice. And I'm at home as well first. I would have rather gone away first. Yeah, Alaves. I suppose the only good thing is I'm on, obviously, 9 games unbeaten at the moment. I could be interested. Let's just have a quick look at the board's confidence, competition-wise. So it was respectable league position. I was on course to challenge for a title. Reach a second round of the Spanish Cup, which I did, though they were disappointed who I lost to. They didn't really care about the Federation Cup. Finances, 985,000, though I'm actually expected to end the season on just under 1.1 mil, which will be nice. Hopefully I can get a bit more by getting further in the playoffs. Let's just actually have a look at the schedule. How many rounds do I have to go through? So we are, bloody hell, here. So that was the winners of the divisional winners. That is the one I'm in. So we've got 1. Oh, that's the first legs actually. So there is 1, 2, 3. So there's only 3 rounds. I've obviously got that a little wrong there then. I think, if I'm reading that right. Second leg. Draw further. Yeah, obviously read that wrong then. That or my maths is pretty shocking. Yeah, that is right actually for some reason. Yeah, that is right. Which is good. But that's it, guys, for this episode. Leave some likes, leave some comments, and tune in next time for a playoff special. And let's see if we can actually get up at the first attempt. So I will see you guys later on.